I know I've been hard on y'all. Takes hard work to survive.
I got the 24 to Freeman 1. You copy?
RT, 40 Acres is such a beautiful and frightening film. When I saw it the first time, I was struck by how prescient it was in terms of, what's going on politically in the world. And having seen it a second time, it's even more so. Did you find that shocking that we would be here and that your film would spell it all out?
It's one of those things where when you're writing and I mean, I was writing it, we began writing it maybe 2018-ish.
Oh,
That's when we first took
oh,
it to the talent lab, Um, and uh and it was feeling a little dark back then, you know what I mean? And it was kind of like projecting myself, what's the worst place we could be at? Um,
oh, yeah.
and then and then look, like, the pandemic hit, and a lot of those things that I was speaking about, trust issues and fear of the other and isolation that was starting to happen in those early years of writing. Then
Oh
they
my
became
God.
ultra, real to everybody. I mean, we were all siloing in our homes. If we were sharing public space with people, we got really paranoid about people. So all of those emotions and thoughts really became very real. And now, it's weird. I'm talking about, Haley and Augusta doing tours in cities in America, and you see the military being deployed, uh,
Oh,
on the streets out there, and it's really strange.
Ain't nobody pushing the seed through the soil, is there?
Oh, man.
Are there any others like us?
Ain't nobody else out there.
the film is just so beautiful on so many levels. It's hard subject matter, but the beauty of the natural settings, the way you shoot the actors, and your writing, stunning.
Thank you very much.
And this is your first feature?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, I've been directing for a little bit. I'm
I
not.
know, yes. Now tell me something. Music videos are highly stylized, and that's what you've been doing. So you obviously can't go that far in a film, but tell me how that helped you bring your vision to life in the film.
Film and music have very common emotional language. Uh,
Mm,
they touch you in a way that you feel, and sometimes it's hard to articulate, as much as we try to. So I love the fusion of the two. But then I found that I wanted to tell, stories of characters, and I wasn't really able to do that much in music video.
Freeman 1, you copy?
We don't need nothing and nobody. Reload. You work now.
there's a couple of fun moments that fun. They just struck me. They work the way the human mind works.
Mm.
The way the soldiers are moving, it's almost balletic.
Mm,
And then there's a scene close to that when a soldier's brushing his boot.
yes.
Gives me shivers.
Yeah.
Most people wouldn't think to do that. They would think about, propulsion,
Mm.
but those moments are important.
So I really wanted to show that in this household, look, if Haley is going to isolate her children, basically imprison them, and then train them as an army, that training had to feel natural and that it was a part of their life every day. So, they don't
As
leave their
shocking as it
rooms.
seems.
Yeah, they don't leave their rooms until their bed is made to a T. They don't go outside until they scrub their boots clean and make sure that, all of that kind of discipline is within that family. And I wanted to show those moments. And it was a great way to show the isolation and the quiet moments in that family's life, especially for Manny.
Mm.
That he's the eldest boy. He doesn't, he doesn't really have playmates at all, and his experience is very quiet and isolated when he's not around the family. So
Yes, come on.
Augusta 24 to Freeman 1. You copy?
Afternoon, Augusta.
You've heard about the attacks by...
How did you decide on the place the farm where you set it? What did it
well,
offer?
the reality is, like, truthfully, I really wanted to take it to Alberta. Like I'm from Alberta, and a lot of the farms that I remember, um, uh, in north of Calgary, they uh they had a lot of farms that were set away from the road, which for this family, we needed an isolated farm. We needed to feel that they were surrounded by forest in general or by fields and not right on the road. A lot of the farms in southern Ontario are set right on the road.
Yeah.
You drive right up to the to the front of the house. So, we had to go look, and we had a great locations team that sort of found us Doug Brebois. Doug Brebois. I had worked with him before on a series in Sudbury called The Lake, or up in
Oh,
North Bay.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I had a wonderful time with him, and I knew that he really knew the region. So we put a challenge out to him. I said, "Look, I kind of want to find a farm that I don't see in Ontario, up north. And do you think you can find this that's isolated, that's set away from the road?" And it was a tough one, but he found one for sure.
Yay.
And we stayed there for the nearly full 30 days of our shoot. So we took over the farm. Is a the family was beautiful. They let us be there, and they really participated in helping us cut the
Imagine
crop.
you're a farmer in Sudbury and suddenly there's a movie crew in your house.
Yeah.
But that setting is just so perfect
Yeah.
for what you're trying to achieve. Thank you so much, RT. And I'll
Oh,
speak to you for your next film, okay?
yes, love. Thank you so much. Thank you for talking to me today.
Thank you.
Thought your Union Army was gonna come and take care of it.
They're not. They're dead. All of them.
You could have left.
People forget what animals were like.
But what matters now is how we react. Shoot first, don't ask questions. We ain't waiting on no revenge. They gonna end up dead anyway.
You need help? Please.
All we need is right here.
You don't want us to trust anyone because you can't trust anyone else.
We don't need nothing and nobody.
Get back! Please. Please!
Freeman 1 to Augusta 24, do you copy? We found your goddamn animals. Now pick up.